Well, my dear students, welcome to my class for 8th students chemistry. In this video, I am going to we have a bird view of a chapter. Bird view of chapter that is synthetic fibers and plastics. In the last class, I already completed this chapter synthetic fibers and plastics. In this video, what we have bird view of chapter. So let me start the bird view. So from the beginning, so what we see, what is meant by natural fibers and artificial? Natural fibers and synthetic. Synthetic fibers. Okay. So natural fibers means these are the fibers which are obtained from the animal and plant resource. Obtained from plant and animal resources, right? This is natural fibers. Examples for this natural fibers: cotton, jute, hemp, etc. Right now, these are the natural fibers. So these natural fibers are also very important to our health also. So some other natural foods like natural fiber foods like in vegetables contains the fibers. These are very important for our digestion process. Okay na? So next is synthetic fibers. Next is synthetic fibers. So what is meant by synthetic fiber? The name indicates synthetic means synthesis. This is the process. So these are the fibers which are obtained or made by human beings. Made by human beings. Human beings. That is what synthetic fibers. So many synthetic fibers are present in our day-to-day life. So in this chapter we have to detail study of synthetic fibers, right? From the synthetic fiber we can use the so many articles in our homes and also some other places. So many advantages this has synthetic fibers, right? So next is types of synthetic fibers. Types of synthetic fibers. So the very first type of synthetic fiber is rayon. Rayon, right? This rayon is a synthetic silk. Rayon is a synthetic silk. So actually the natural silk is discovered in China. Okay, the first time discovered in China. That is what some costly and it will look beautifully, but it will costly. That's why the scientists made these synthetic silks instead of natural silks. So these are made by or prepared by wood pulp. These are prepared by wood pulp, right? And some chemical treatment we get the synthetic silks. From these rayons we can prepare the bed sheets and blankets for a cheaper rate. So this synthetic silk is cheaper rate when compared to natural silks. Okay na? These are the some uses. Next type is nylon. Nylon. Nylon is a one more synthetic fiber which is obtained by the or made by coal, air and water. Coal, air and water. These nylon fibers are very much stronger than the in case of steel also, steel wires also. So these are very much strong, elastic and then lightweight, and this nylon is used for the users used for making of parachutes tents and hill climbing ropes. That's why this nylon is a very important synthetic material. In that we have the very special one is polymer. Polymer. Here poly indicates many. Poly indicates many. Mer indicates parts or units. Parts or units. Many parts, like many parts, polymer means many parts. These so many single chemical substances, so many chemical substances combined together, this form a single unit that we call as polymer. Polymer is a chemical unit. This from the polymers we can see the synthetic fibers. Okay na? So the next thing is that polyester. 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 This is the very famous synthetic fiber. One more thing, the very important for this nylon is this is the first complete synthetic fiber. Why? Because this is the first synthetic fiber. So these are made by without using any natural resources. Only we have to use the chemicals. That's why this is first synthetic material. Next, go for the polyesters. In this we have two words. Poly means many. Poly means many. And ester. Ester is a chemical substance which gives the fruity smell. Fruity smell. Right. So these polyesters are very much popular in nowadays. Why? Because of these polyesters are not wrinkled. Not wrinkled easily and easy to maintain, and these having durable, and also these are all easy to wash. That's why the polyesters are very famous in nowadays. The very famous polyester is terylene. Terylene. This terylene is used for the making of dress materials. Making of dress materials. One more very famous polyester, that is PET. That is PET. Polyethylene. Polyethylene terephthalate. Terephthalate. This is the synthetic material used for the making of bottles, utensils, and seat belts and bags, sleeping bags, etc. These are the comes under polyester. Right. The next thing is the next type of the synthetic fibers is acrylic. Acrylic. This acrylic is also a synthetic wool. What we call synthetic synthetic wool. So what we use the sweaters in winter season and blankets, these are made by synthetic wool. Naturally, the natural wools are very much costly. That's why we use the acrylic synthetics, because of these are cheaper in rate and durable, easy to maintain, easy quick dry up. These are some characteristics to maintain to popular this acrylic synthetic materials. That's why synthetic wool. Right. This is all about types of synthetic fibers. Okay. The next concept is characteristics of synthetic fibers. Characteristics of synthetic fibers. Characteristics of synthetic fibers. These are easy to maintain. Easy to maintain. Easy to maintain. And these are dry up quickly. These are dry up quickly. Dry up quickly. Right now. And these are durable. Durable. And these are having a strong and lightweight. And these are easy to wash. Easy to wash. And it can be reused. reused many times, reused many times. These are the some characteristics of synthetic fibers. Okay now. So the next concept is plastic. The next concept is plastic. So this is a short week. That means the chapter fully I am covered in with a short time. Who have not seen the complete all the videos, if you see this video, this will cover the all the points of synthetic fibers and plastics. Okay now let me move on to the plastics. These are plastics are very famous in our day-to-day life right now. So many household articles and many wires, electric switches, plastic chairs, plastic pens, and so many materials we see in our day-to-day life, right? So in plastics, all these plastics does not consist the same pattern of arrangement. We have two types of arrangement. The first type of arrangement is linear arrangement. Linear arrangement of particles, and like this is the linear arrangement. Next is cross-linked arrangement, of particles, right, like this. Cross-linked. Like this, we have the arrangement of two types of arrangements of plastics, right? So plastics has more characteristics, because they are recycled, reused, right now, and obtained in a variety of colors, and desired shapes, and these plastics we can mold it in the desired shapes, and we can reuse this plastic. That's why these plastics has so many applications. That's why we use the so many plastic appliances or plastic in our householdings, right? So next is types of plastics. Types of plastics. We have two types of plastics. The first one is thermoplastic, right? The second one is thermosetting plastic, So thermoplastics, thermo means heat, plastic, heat. If you heat to the plastic, if you give the heat to the plastic, they will be softened or molded repeatedly. So how many times you can mold it or soften this type of plastics, that's we call as thermoplastics. So the plastics which can be softened or melted on heating repeatedly is called thermoplastic. What is meant by thermoplastics? If you apply the heat to the plastics, they will be softened or melted on so many times. That's why repeatedly. So these are the thermoplastics. Examples for the thermoplastics: water bottles, pens, and then plastic chairs, etc. These are the some examples for thermoplastics, right? So the next type of plastic is thermosetting plastics. If you heat this plastic, if you heat these plastics, they will be melted or molded only once. They cannot soften or molded repeatedly on heating. This type of plastics we call as thermosetting plastics. So thermoplastics means we can soften or melted many times by heating, but in this thermosetting plastics we cannot soften or melted or repeatedly on heating. So this is the main difference in the thermoplastics and thermosetting plastics. So thermosetting plastic is the plastics which cannot be softened or melted on heating repeatedly is called thermo thermosetting plastics. Examples for this thermosetting plastics. So examples are handles of cookers and other cooking pans other cooking pans and electric switch boxes and some electric bulbs and etc. Right now, these are the some examples for thermosetting plastics. Right now, so the next thing is the the characteristics of plastics. So the very important characteristics of these plastics is these are non-reactive. These are non-reactive. See, dear students, metals, if you throw the metals to the nature, this will react with the air and water, it will be corroded. But the plastics cannot react with water and air, but also these are non-reactive with the chemicals also. Right now, so the next character is this is lightweight, strong, lightweight and strong and durable. So when compared to the metals are high weights, but the plastic containers are lightweight and these are strong and also they have the longer life. That's why we used to use the plastics for used as a container for stores, for food containers, right now. And if you store the any chemicals, even pickles, also, right now. So next is these are bad conductors bad conductors bad conductors. So these plastics are bad conductors of heat and electricity. That's why we use the use it as a handles for cookers and switch boxes and wires. That's why we use it as a bad conductors plastics, right? So the next is plastic and environment. Next is plastic and environment. Plastic and environment. Generally, these plastics are not environmentally friendly. These are not environmental friendly. These are harmful to nature. Why? So, if you burn the synthetic materials or plastics, so they release the poisonous gases. They release the poisonous. From these poisonous gases, acid rain will be comes. So from the acid rain we can see the so many skin diseases and so many even cancer like that. And then it gives the pollutions. In pollutions, soil pollutions. So if you throw the plastics to the soils, it will reduces the fertility of the soil. If you throw the plastics to the water bodies, they will get contaminated with the plastics. They will reduce just the oxygen content in the water bodies. This will dangerous to aquatic life. And then this, if you burn these plastics, they will release just carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide. This is also leads to air pollutions. So that's why we have to minimize the use of plastics. Instead of plastics, we have to use the natural fibers like jute bags, cotton bags, like that. Polythene bags, these are polythene bags, and some other carry bags are some more dangerous to our environment. This is all about synthetic fibers and plastics. I think this will happy to see the you my video too. All the chapter I am covering in the minimum time or short time. Okay, so today I will give the notes to you. You should write the notes. Okay, na? Tomorrow you have to submit the notes to in the respected groups. Okay, ma. Okay. Thank you.